Okay, hello, good people. So this is an example of what the chatbot can do to generate quality leads. So let me just refresh. So this is just an example. Welcome to Gold Coast Medical Clinic. It's a fictitious clinic. It doesn't exist. Okay, it's just an example. And all it says here is I'm here to help you find the right specialist. Now, you may have a number of specialists in the one building, but it also might just be for a GP. Okay, there may be GPs who are more experienced in one specific category, maybe more than others, and that will happen. Another one is somebody also mentioned multiple language speaking GPs. That was another interesting category. But right now, all I'm going to do is just say, so it says, how can I assist you today? I'm just thinking, let's just come up with something like, I have sore fingers, okay? I have sore fingers. Now, what's going to happen here is it's going to pop back the best possible specialist from our group of doctors. Now, I've basically put together 10 fictitious doctors that don't really exist, and some of their qualifications, and it pops back immediately. Information, specializes in joint health, spinal care, surgical consultations. He's going to be the best fit, Dr. Marcus Reed. And down here, we just quickly mentioned there's a co-payment, and this is waived if you have a valid government-issued healthcare card, which is what a lot of GPs do. So that's doctors. Many doctors do that. And now I've also just had here an expiry date on your healthcare card. The reason is that I was speaking to a doctor about 2 weeks ago, and he said in the space of a week, he had two people whose card expired, didn't realize it, and so they couldn't afford the co-payment, as that doctor did bulk billing, and so. Also, we just here start getting some details of the person. So let's just create a fictitious person. His name's going to be John Smith. Okay, thank you, John. Could you provide me your best phone number? Let's use 0412 345 678. Now, this also works on your Android or Apple phone, no problem at all. It works exactly the same. It's just a little bit smaller. Email address. Okay, John Smith 0412 345 678 at gmail.com. Okay. And here, it'll just speak a little bit about your inquiries or symptoms. Again, so as we saw, he initially said I have sore fingers. Here we can just write a little bit more. My fingers, when I move them, get painful. Okay, it's a little bit more information, isn't it? But again, before the patient turns up, we already know a little bit. Now here's an appointment date and time. I'm going to go with, today is Thursday. No, today is Friday, I'm sorry. I want to go on Monday. So I'm going to say Monday, a good time for me will be 10 a.m. That'll be a good time. Okay. And then it'll just pop back. Thank you, John. Your appointment request with Dr. Marcus Reed for your finger pain has been noted. Now, for Australia, because this is still relatively new, I'm going to get the receptionist to call back to check the appointment time. And the reason I'm keeping this is that one of the clients I have now has said they would really like it if they got the information by email instead of directly into their calendar that they have. They'd rather just get an email within the next 15 minutes and their receptionist will call right back to confirm the date and also any other documentation that the clinic may wish to provide. But it's just also a little bit of a personalization thing. Okay, so that's so that was not difficult. Now, we could also say I need B12 injection. Let's try this one. So now it pops up a different doctor who's into gut health, longevity, and functional nutrition. So for a B12 injection, we may want to see Dr. Maya Gupta. I hope I said that correctly. So again, we would go through the same thing. So this is a really good way because all they need to do is type in information. We get to log that information about their symptoms, about what they've got. So that's really great for marketing and promotion, or just even just information sessions that some clinics will hold. So if you're getting a lot of inquiries about B12 injections, you may want to hold an information seminar. You may want to make a blog post about it and things like that. So this is a really great way to get that qualified lead in and then to just call back in this setup simply because the clinic asked for that the ability to immediately call that person and say, thanks for booking. We've got you all tied in for Monday 10 a.m. Or if unavailable, look, unfortunately 10 a.m. isn't available, 10:30 is okay. Okay, we'll book you in. Okay, but we're storing information on the doctors and who they can see. And it's just relieving a lot of the stress on telephone calls. It's really just getting the receptionist to make outbound calls to confirm bookings instead of taking long inquiries on the telephone all day. It's just going to save hundreds of hours a year. All right, good people. Hopefully this has been helpful. I like to do it this way so that you can see my hands in front of the screen and everything. So have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all later. Bye for now. Okay, now while I'm here, I'll just show you the email you'll receive. Just to let you know, I deleted here where the email was sent to, simply because it's a testing Gmail address I have. But it will pretty much always come from my Gmail account. And user's name, we can change that to client's name as well, or patient's name, but this is really not something you would ever show the patient or the customer or whoever it may be. This is just purely for your information about the inquiry. The phone number, email address, specific request to set up an appointment about an elbow injury. The preferred contact time. That's like the actual time to call back. There wasn't anything given, but it was a requested appointment date and time at Wednesday 11 a.m. Okay, and the chat centered around Maxwell Smart, who has an elbow injury resulting from a basketball injury. Okay. He is seeking contact regarding his injury and prefers to schedule an appointment for the following Wednesday, 11 a.m. So we don't really need both sets of information, but this is just it's going to depend on how the actual client who reads this wants it set up. So this is what you'll receive. So they've just gone through the whole website, the whole chat service, to see the doctors, what they specialize in, what they can do, what they cannot do, opening times, the location, everything else. But this is what you'll receive, and you'll quickly call them back and say, we've got an appointment date for you, Wednesday 11. That's a fantastic time for us, no problem at all. But if you're busy, sorry, unfortunately 11 a.m. is no good, but what about 11:30? Would you be able to come in there? Great. And remember, this is when you don't want to use a calendar service, an automated calendar service such as Calendly, which can also be used. This is just for that affinity with the customer, the client, the patient, just to get that call back in 15 minutes or 30 minutes or maybe an hour later, just to confirm all details. So that's the kind of information you'll receive. So it qualifies leads very well. They can get information on from the website, from your various social media pages, through the chatbot. And they can read through all the services that are available if you have products as well. And then you just get this, once they've been qualified in our system, that they really do want to get in there and get looked at, that's what they'll receive. Okay, good people, have a fantastic day. This is just going to save 100 hours, 200 hours a year in just telephone calls, easy. Okay, so have a fantastic day, good people, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.